The goal of this video is very simple: to identify why profitability is declining and pinpoint exactly where we are losing revenue from through refunds. Now, we're not just going to look at the metrics, we're going to select the root cause and identify our fix. By the end of the presentation, to clearly see where our revenue is being lost and is coming from and what actions will recover it. Now, starting from the headline numbers, when profitability started dipping, the immediate assumption was rising costs. With 35,000 orders, we uncovered that 264,000 revenues being lost through refunds. That is an 8.7% refund rate. Now, that's not just metrics but a signal. And today we are going to see where exactly we're losing this money to and what is happening. So the first question is, where is this happening? From the region charts, we are able to see that it's not our new markets causing the problem. The North America and Europe, that is, which are most established regions and mature regions, are refunding the most in the darker red region, with consistently 8.5% above refund rate, and Africa and Asia Pacific barely register. So why are our best markets our biggest refund problem? My hypothesis here was delivery. So slow shipping frustrates customers, they give up and refund. That was just very reasonable for me to think of, but the data kind of killed this immediately. Is when you look at this, Africa is waiting 8 to 9 days for delivery and has the lowest refund rate. While North America gets their orders in 3 to 4 days and refunds the most. So fast delivery is not protecting us from refunds. So the problem is somewhere else. So we looked at what's being returned, and electronics stands out immediately. The biggest circle farthest to the left has the highest revenue lost, highest refund rate, and the highest refund rate. This is not spread evenly across categories, and electronics is clearly bleeding. Is clearly the bleeding point, with almost half of the revenue return rate being it. And that tells us that this is likely a product expectation problem. So customers are receiving something that doesn't match what they thought they were buying, and they're returning, which brings us to the final piece. And how did we get these customers and how are they finding us? So from the data, we are able to see that we are getting acquisition of customers through organic search, direct and paid search in the darker red part, that are not passive customers who stumble across us. These are high intent customers. They typed exactly what they wanted into Google, they found us, and they bought and they returned it. That tells us the gap is between what our listings promises and what the product delivers. So these customers knew what they wanted and they just didn't give it to them. So when you look at the full picture of this dashboard presentation, we are not losing $264,719 because of slow shipping or wrong markets. We're losing it because high intent customers in North America and Europe are searching specifically for electronics, finding us through search, buying and returning because the product doesn't meet their expectation. Now, this is not a logistics problem, rather a product accuracy problem. And the only recommendation we can give at this point is audit the electronics listing, close the gap between what you promise and what you deliver, and your refund rate comes down. That's where the $264,719 comes back. For further analysis, we can go ahead and look at which customers are actually worth acquiring and which ones are costing us more than they're bringing in the next segment of this exploration of our customers. So thank you for watching and see you on the next one.